This is verse 19 of the 14th chapter, Gospel of Matthew. We're in the midst of the description that Matthew provides of the feeding of the 5,000. Jesus has commanded the disciples to bring to him what meager resources they have, 5 loaves and 2 fish. And we pick up the narrative from there. So kai, the connective, kalusos. This is an aorist participle from kaluo, command. It's in the masculine singular nominative, so having commanded. Speaking of Jesus, who's the subject here, tous oklus, the crowds, in the plural because they're probably sitting down in various groups, so having commanded, the crowds or the multitudes. Anaklethenai, this is a aorist infinitive. Ana means up, the klethenai part of it is from a verb that means to recline. In fact, our word recline distantly derives from it. So reclining up, this is the standard word used to describe people in a situation of eating. And so having commanded the crowds to sit down really is the idea, to recline. Epi, preposition, takes the genitive here to kortu. The word kortu is grass. So upon the grass, Mark, of course, adds the green grass, telling us this was probably in the springtime around April, maybe approaching Passover. Labon, this is from lambano, aorist participle. Again, the masculine singular nominative, having taken. Tous, the article here in the accusative, plural, having taken tous penta, the 5 artus, the 5 breads or the 5 loaves of bread. Kai, connective, tous duo, and the 2 ichthuos, the 2 fishes. So having taken them. Anablepsos, again an aorist participle from anablepo, I look up, he looked up, or having looked up. Ace, preposition with the accusative, ton urinon, he looked up into the heaven. Eulogeson, this is from eulogao, to bless or to pronounce a blessing. So he looked up into heaven, blessed. Kai klasos, is from klau, it means to break. It is another aorist participle, he blessed, and having broken, referring to the bread and the fish, of course. Eduken, from didomi, I give, this is the third person singular, aorist active indicative, he gave. Tois, dative, plural, masculine, to, the mathetais, to the disciples. He gave to the disciples the indirect object, of course referring the direct object here. The breads, the fish aren't mentioned in the plural. Postpositive da, but or and, hoi mathetai, and the disciples, tois oklois, to the crowds. And so Jesus is in some strange and miraculous way able to multiply the food and distribute it to the disciples, and they are constantly distributing it out to the crowds in what has to be one of the most astonishing displays of miraculous power in the history of Jesus' ministry among us.